So welcome councillors and the public, staff and the media to this meeting of the Dunedin City Council. Our opening prayer today is by Jane Beecroft of the Dunedin Hare Krishna community. Welcome Jane and thank you.
Hare Krishna everybody. Just a short prayer I'd like to share with you all. Dear Lord, first our prayers to the people of Nepal and affected regions. Please surround them with love and support to heal and rebuild their lives and their beautiful country. Please shower your blessings upon these guardians and caretakers of your land and the people of Otipoti. Please guide and enlighten them with wisdom and love, that they maintain and protect this wonderful city of Dunedin with dignity and respect. We know the true purpose of our existence is to honour and love all beings as your beloved family. So on this day and forever we pray that through this council that purpose is achieved. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, we have one item in the public forum, and can I welcome Jared Colling, Waikouaiti Community Board Chair. Welcome, Jared.
Thank you, Your Worship, councillors, staff. There's probably no second guessing what I'm here to have a bit of yarn to you about today. I was of the mind that I might ask Council and His Worship the leave to actually speak to the item on the agenda, but I thought I wouldn't leave that to chance. So I thought the public forum may be the best place to convey mine and my community's concerns about the recommendation from staff in relation to the Warrington Rocks. Some time ago, Council came out and we had a wee chat with the members of the community, those that wanted to attend, and just might add that's one of the best turnouts of our community that I've seen. And as a result of that, Council, in their wisdom, elected to leave the temporary closure in place while they undertook some additional work to ascertain whether or not a permanent closure would be warranted. I ask Council today to look back at the resolutions on your agenda paper, page 2, and ask as to whether or not staff have actually met the resolution of Council. And the resolutions were in two parts. 3A states that staff investigate appropriate measures to protect the significant conservation values of the Blueskin estuary, including the intertidal eelgrass beds. And that work include consideration of the restriction of the use of motor vehicles by way of a bylaw along the legal access points to the Blueskin estuary. That was followed on by the resolutions under 7, where Council asked staff to commence a review to ascertain whether legally restricting the use of motor vehicles on the unformed legal road might be justified. I emphasise the word might. And if so, whether a bylaw under the Land Transport Act 1998 was the best approach to mitigate the concerns. There's reference within the report to the level of significance of the Blueskin estuary. And there's a great level of weight put on the joint work investigating the natural character of our area along with the Otago Regional Council. The report by staff quite clearly and rightly points out that that was a high level review. When Council are considering this paper today, I'd suggest and I ask that you consider the levels of significance as they are relevant to the members of our city. And there are a number of levels of significance. There's a significance to the city as a whole. There's a significance to the local communities. And there is the significance to the immediate residents. And I ask you think clearly about which level of significance is appropriate in this instance, considering that at this location it is not the only access point to the Blueskin Bay. It is but one. The consultants that Council engaged both came to the conclusion that the safest and most appropriate means of mitigating the concerns that Council raised on a road safety perspective was to leave the closure in place. That may in itself bring up other concerns about potential legal challenges and other bits and pieces, but the professionals that this Council engaged from a safety perspective stated the most appropriate and safest conclusion was to leave the status quo. And as such, I am asking you, on behalf of myself and the community that I represent, to leave the rocks in place, to look at and take through a bylaw process, and I'd suggest that Council should consider wider than this point, that involves the numerous locations around our city where restrictions are in place over legal unformed roads, and take a comprehensive review, to look at it holistically and do it once. Thank you.
You going to take questions?
I am. Thank you.
Any questions, councillors? Councillor Benson.
Thank you. Mr Collins, does the Community Board actually have a position on this?
If I may, we had a meeting last Wednesday and I was advised, and I thank Ruth for giving me advance warning that the paper was coming, where we reiterated our position as a board, and by majority the view was that the rocks should remain.
Councillor Peake.
Thanks, Jared. Just could you confirm just how many vehicle access points to the estuary are available?
If I may, through the chair, through the mayor I should say, there is one further access point on the side of the Blueskin Bay, which the councillors were shown at the time that we visited the site.
And how many in total?
I believe there's two others.
Any further questions? Right. Thank you, Jim.